to mess with Randy's line, man. I got on one of his pages. It says, that Eastern principle will drive you to drinking on a post. And I got death threats for someone. Anyway, so, she was at the last show, though. She was actually all right, so. All right, everybody, give it up to your headliner from Wabash, Indiana, Mr. Jeff McKinley, everyone.
I'm not saying that to win you over. I was in the back checking you out. I do you. I know you don't know me, but the night is young. How about the fellow comics we had here tonight? Jimmy Shaw, John Atkins. How about that Randy Maurer, too? I have to give him a round of applause. I'm so proud of him. He don't normally do that well. I'm just kidding. I tease Randy all the time. He's one of my favorite comics. I think you can see why. He's very dynamic. If you talk to him in person, the guy, he's got charisma. First time we talked, it was 5 minutes before I realized he was bald. That's the way nature works, folks. It doesn't give everybody all the gifts. Could you imagine Randy Maurer with my head of hair? Us mere mortals wouldn't stand a chance. I hope you like my performance tonight. Maybe afterwards you can get my personal information, send my wife a thank you note for letting me be here. I gotta get out of the house, man. I can't take another episode of CSI. I'm tired of hearing her talk about Grissom. That William Peterson's a fine-looking man. You look at him, look at him. I'd leave you for him in a heartbeat. He makes me want to finger myself. My God, you ever wish Mormon missionaries would just stop by the house? You want to talk about Jesus? I want to go for a ride on your bike. Well, come on in, my wife needs the Lord. I get the hell out of there, come back a couple hours later, them boys would have a haunted look in their eye. Then she'd have them converted to atheism. I get it, you boys aren't afraid of hell anymore, are you? Welcome to my church. Normally, I don't like unexpected drop-ins. I don't know how you guys feel about that. If you got a cell phone and you got my number and you show up at my house unannounced, I'm coming to the door naked. I don't care, man. If you can't give me a 5-minute heads up, I can't put on pants. That's my word. Now I pray for unexpected drop-ins. Hell, I don't care if they're naked. Maybe we got visitors. Put down newspaper. I don't go anywhere unannounced. I used to call my first wife before I come home every night after work. Looking back, I think that may have been the secret to the longevity of that marriage. We had nothing in common, man. I'm a Virgo, and she was bipolar. I'm no go-getter, but she was a procrastinator bad. She used to put off having her orgasms till she thought I was asleep. I felt the bed shaking. I asked her, I said, what's going on? She lied to me, told me we had a poltergeist. I got scared and called a priest. Why can't women just be honest, man? She left me because she said I let myself go, which I thought was weird because I was chubby when we first met. She saw that as potential for expansion. I got so fat during my first marriage, she used to track my location using Google Earth. Those images aren't always current, but I don't move around a lot, so I'm lethargic. That's what I am. I like to nap. That's my hobby. I'm good at it, too. You ever took a nap, woke up, and seen a bunch of people looking at you worried, drawing straws to see who's going to poke you? I woke up one time, my supervisor was holding a small handheld mirror under my nose, seeing if I was breathing. Said, you dying or napping? I didn't know whether he was mad, so I let him load me onto the ambulance. I hate exercising, I do, man. I gotta be in a certain kind of mood to want to go running, like fear. People love giving you fitness advice, don't they? You know what'll help with that belly, don't you? Planks. Oh, fish or chicken? I can tear the hell out of Long John Silver's, let me tell you. One of the best things about looking the way I do is nobody ever asks you to spot them on a bench press. But I never go to the gym, so it's never an issue. But it's nice having that knowledge. Somebody told me exercising in the nude is motivating. I don't know, man. I think a personal trainer should just come right out and tell you they're gay. Don't wait till you invite me back to your basement gym. Yes, it is hot in here. What's those straps for? It puts the lotion where? Fuck that. I used to be in shape back in 1992. Fresh out of the Marine Corps. I could take somebody's head off with a spinning heel kick. Not anymore. I'm lucky I can get my foot high enough to flush a public toilet. I used to do yard work in a pair of skippy shorts. You know how guys used to wear back in the 70s and 80s and early 90s before they realized nobody wanted to see that shit. Neighbor used to sit in a lawn chair taking pictures. I like to think I was the first OnlyFans model. He was my only fan. I looked good, man. I was ripped like a pair of designer jeans. My buddies told me I should be a male stripper. That was back before I understood what sarcasm was. And a happy note is how I discovered I had a gift for making people laugh. Boy, I look stupid with that G-string on backwards. I could have been embarrassing. Fortunately, there was a drunk bachelorette party in the front row. They assured me they couldn't see a thing. Yeah, my first wife had an affair right under my nose. There was signs, you know, like long periods of silence and lack of intimacy and her having sleepovers with her boss. Eventually, I put two and two together. I confronted her. I said, "Woman, you need to make a decision. It's either him or me." And she's like, "Well, I got to think about it." Oh. All right, then. A couple months later, she wanted to take me out to eat. It was the day after Christmas. She suggested we both drive. That should have been a hint for me, something's up. All I thought was good, I don't have to listen to her shit music. We got to the restaurant, our steaks came, I was getting ready to get into it, and she's like, "You remember when you gave me an ultimatum?" I was like, "Yes, I do." She said, "Well, I decided I don't want you." Yeah. In retrospect, I should have seen that was a bad time for me to ask her to pass the steak sauce. She took half my 401k. I thought that was weird because she hooked up with a fellow who had money. I guess she wanted to feel like she was bringing something into the relationship, like he had his millions and she had my 13,000. I like to think they put them together and it bumped them into a higher tax bracket. That's all she wanted was half my 401k. She let me keep the trailer. That was good because I went in debt building on that addition. I lived in a mobile home park for 20 years. Anybody else? Yeah, I don't blame you for not admitting it. Well, people look at you funny when they find out you live in a mobile home park, don't they? They make little wise comments. Like, "Hey man, why isn't mobile home parks attracting white trash and tornadoes?" Well, I don't know. It's God's vacuum cleaner. I am not white trash. When I watch pornography, I close my curtains. You see a lot of weird things in a mobile home park. Like I seen a guy out in the yard smacking his woman around, and my first instinct was to mind my own business, but I should have seen she wasn't asking for help. You ever been beat up by two people? I'd never heard of role playing before. What the hell? We had a suicide jumper in our mobile home park. Can you believe that? It was my neighbor. He asked to borrow my ladder. I said, "What you got to do, clean your gutters?" He goes, "No, I'm going to kill myself." I That upset me, man, because don't you hate it when people borrow shit and they have no intention of returning it? I thought he would have jumped head first. He broke his leg. He's like, oh, the bone's sticking out, the bone's sticking out. Like, lay there, you'll bleed to death. That's what you wanted, wasn't it? I was single for a long time after my first divorce, and I never had a lot of luck with women because I'm nervous. Like, even in school, I couldn't get a date to the prom. Even a lot of boys, if they have cute cousins that go to other schools, they'll take their cousin. Nobody knows, but my cousins were like, "No, I'm good." I had to take my grandma, and she was religious, so I knew there wasn't going to be any makeup. Some of y'all's buttholes tightened there for a bit. Come on back. I'm adopted. It would have been all right. Now, I was hoping she'd at least put makeup on, maybe it'd fool people. Now, my grandpa, he wanted to be chaperone, jealous ass is what he was. Stood over us all night looking like the Undertaker from Phantasm. You've been married 40 years, you can't let Granny have a good night out? What the hell? That's stupid, man. I never had a dating site. I tried that eHarmony.com one time. They guarantee there's somebody for everybody. I signed up, uploaded my photo, got an immediate response, a refund. Now, I hate singles bars. They call them places meat markets. I see why, the way women look at you and quit looking at you. By the end of the night, I feel about as sexy as a shrink-wrapped cow's tongue. I hate it when people try to fix me up, especially if they fix me up with a really hot woman, because it feels like it's against nature, you know? It's like if you went to the zoo and saw a gazelle, I mean, it's going to be looking at you all scared, the way women do when they're fixed up with me. And women are nice, you know? I'll say that for you ladies. You'll try to tell us guys stuff to get us to break off the date. Like one woman, she's pretty, man. She told me right up front, she says, "I just want you to know I got a nasty rash around my coochie pie." And I told her, I said, "Well, you need to understand something, woman. My childhood hero was Evel Knievel. No guts, no glory. You give me a chance, I'm jumping that canyon." I practice safe sex too. I wear a condom and a hockey mask. I'm ready to go. I'm proud of one thing. I've never sent a woman a dick pic. I'm not proud of the reason I haven't. Oh, wait. Would I if I had a big one? I'd like to say no, but look at me. My personality has to do a lot of heavy lifting, folks. And I'm not a people person. It'd be nice to just be able to take a picture and go, "Voila, ladies, I'm a douchebag." But you know you want it. I meet a woman, I try to hold off introducing her to that as long as I treat my dick like an embarrassing relative at a family get-together. Don't make eye contact, baby. Trust me, it's better for both of us. Any of you women ever ask a guy for a dick pic? No, thank you. I had it happen one time. Jesus Christ, I didn't realize my dick has social anxiety. It starts shriveling like a dog that's seen the vacuum cleaner. I'm smacking it around, squeezing it like one of them stress relief toys, and she's like, "I'm waiting." I'm like, "Don't rush me, woman." My God, I'm tickling myself scrolling through the app store looking for a filter. That don't make any for us men. The best I could do was Snapchat. It wound up looking like a robin's nest with 3 eggs in it. I read in the magazine said, if you want to make it look bigger, shave it down there. They're full of shit. My first wife was madder than hell. I said, what the hell did you do? I'm drier than a pork rind now. I ain't touching that till that grows out. I'll have to register as a sex offender. I was single for a long time, man. I read in a magazine that men who don't masturbate have a 50% higher testosterone than the rest of us. It's true. When I met my second wife on our first date, we were both ovulating. I'm 58 years old. I got drunk for the first time recently. I got remarried. I always tell people one kind of calls the other. Actually, I got married, then started drinking the way God intended. I understand now why my old man used to stop off at the bar every night for a stiff one after work. He wasn't gay. I was wrong for telling my mother that. That caused a lot of problems. That was the first time, in fact, my dad ever called me a dumbass. In my defense, I'd never heard a drink called a stiff one before. I was only 8 years old. My neighbor was a pedophile. What would you have thought? I didn't drink for 56 years because I thought it would impress people. I talked about it all the time. I was kind of arrogant about it. I'd go to AA meetings and get up and testify, and they'd tell me to put the cookie down and get the fuck out. I'd get pulled over by police officers. I'd get all self-righteous. I'd be, officer, I have you know alcohol's never touched these lips. He'd be, that's great, but your taillight's out, pussy. I don't really have any vices. I guess maybe energy drinks. I kind of abuse them. I like those little energy shots. They got every kind you can imagine. 5,000 milligram caffeine, cocaine laced, cherry meth flavored, fast acting, new and improved 12-hour turbocharged, high octane, uranium enriched. All of them with 0 calories. And when you have that cardiac arrest and want to look your best. My wife told me you don't knock them things off, you're going to have to wind up doing cocaine to get a buzz. I'm like, is that an option? Cocaine has to be good. I read about rock stars who, to preserve their voices, they put it in little capsules and inserted up their butts to get high. Man, I thought I loved Cinnabon. I told my doctor I had ADHD and I wanted Adderall. I should have done research on the symptoms and done a little acting instead of coming right out and offering her sexual favors. I thought having a female doctor would be the way to go, man. If anything, they got slender fingers. The rectal exams would be a little more tolerable. No, she just wants to be friends. My wife's 30 years younger than me, so I'm fixing to put her through medical school. I will get Adderall, damn it. It's fun being married to a younger woman. People are very judgmental about it. You know, especially women in my age group, they're like, oh, that's just disgusting. I'm like, right, Granny, if a 20-year-old Brad Pitt rubbed up against you, you'd be all over him like you were diabetic and he dispensed insulin. My dad was that way. He judged people if you don't fit in their little box. Like when I was stationed overseas in Japan, he told me, he says, you come home with a Japanese wife, I'm taking you out of the will. That sucked. I'm sorry, Kiku, I love you, but I've had my eye on that velvet painting of Elvis. Yeah, my wife's parents are my same age, which is nice, having friends. I'm a hero to them. I hear it in their voices when they talk to me. She's your problem now. It's funny when you're married to somebody that young, we all have our spheres of knowledge of everything we know. And when you're married to somebody that young, the overlap isn't very big and you can't just assume they know what you're talking about. I was talking about movies a while back and I just happened to mention John Wayne and she had a look on her face like I was talking about quantum mechanics and I was like, you know who John Wayne is, don't you? And she goes, no, I don't know who. You gotta be shitting me. I couldn't believe it, man. I called all my friends, both of them. I told them, I said, my wife does not know who John Wayne is. Do you believe that? And it's like, you dog. And it's kind of dumb for me to make a big deal about it because John Wayne died in 1979 and my wife wasn't born until 1998. Why would she know who, you know? But secondly, I don't know half the musical artists that she likes who are living at the moment. And the ones I do know, I act like a dick and pretend to be stupid. Like she asked me, do you like Billie Eilish? I'm like, I've never heard of him. It's a girl. I knew that. Why was I being... Or I mispronounce artist names she likes. Like, I sure like that Avril Lavigne. She's like, it's Lavigne. I'm like, then we have an argument. Why am I a dick? I don't understand. It's great, though, being married to a younger woman. In the beginning, it was pretty wild, man. These younger girls, they're not shy. They come right out and ask you got any kinks? I'm in my 50s. I'm like, hell yeah, in my lower back. You give massages? Nikki asked me on our first date, she says, do you like to eat ass? Women in my age group, you got to date a while before you find out, ask personal questions like that. Hell, she didn't even wait till we left McDonald's. And people's like, you took your wife to McDonald's on the first date? Well, yeah, she's in her 20s. That's still a treat for her. When we first got married, man, it was wild, man. We did everything. We had our cell phones out, documenting it. That backfired because she accidentally sent a naked picture of me to her mama. Couldn't see anything embarrassing, mind you, because I had her leg up in front of me with her foot in my mouth. She always thinks I got a girlfriend on the side or I'm cheating. It's like, I would never cheat. I tell you how I stay faithful. You guys can use this. If you ever see a woman that catches your eye, just look at her and think, she wouldn't be the woman she is today if she was with me. It's true, my wife ain't the woman she was when we first met. Now, she used to be fun, exciting, vivacious. Now she's herself. I don't need another one of those. That honeymoon phase, that goes by real quick, don't it? We used to be so lovey-dovey, walking everywhere, holding hands. Now all we do is argue. She's out of the vehicle across the parking lot in the store before the pepper spray stops burning my eyes. All we do is argue, man. She told me the other day her belly felt gross. All I said was, well, quit touching it. Women don't want solutions. I read an article in a magazine that said if you want to elevate your, regulate your woman's hormones and elevate her mood, try rubbing your underarm sweat on her lips. I don't know anything about hormones, but it elevated her mood real quick. If you look really close, you can see the scar from where she bashed me with the alarm clock. I don't know who the hell writes this shit. I've been better off going with my first instinct and giving her a Dutch oven. Go find it, baby. I love you. Yeah, she told me in the beginning, she said, I seem too good to be true. That made me feel good, you know, because I spent a lot of money on those acting classes. We got hitched. I said, you're behind the scenes now, woman. I'm not staying in character. You go in the kitchen and fix me a sandwich. Oh. Now I love my wife. She's about all I talk about now in therapy. My therapist is tired of hearing about it. I see the earbuds in his ears. Bullshit. I pay my copay. In the beginning, everybody wanted to hear the details. You getting any of that? You knocking the bottom out of it? I said, Mom, I just want to make sure you keep this in, baby. I never have any luck with therapists. My last therapist told me I need to face my fears and then charges me an office visit when I called him from jail. I didn't even know you could get arrested for walking around with your flying zip. That's my fear. You ever seen a guy walking around all dignified and he has his flying zip so he looks like an idiot? It's always men too, never women. I've checked. Marriage changes a man. I slouch a lot now. Easy without a backbone. Now I got one. She just got it mounted on the living room wall now. I got this on our honeymoon. My posture's so bad sometimes people think I'm trying to do an impression of a question mark. I can't use public urinals. The backsplatter burns my eyes. She always tells me I'm lucky to have her. I think she's the lucky one. Not all men thrive in captivity. She used to be a guard out at the prison for about 2 years. Me, she can take care of herself. Me, I'll fight you if you back me in a corner without my cell phone. She's mean, man. She's tough. She got the worst road rage. God forbid somebody pulls out in front of her while she's texting. She drives through downtown Kokomo, switching lanes, composing novel-length text, asking me how to spell kumquat, flipping off guys twice my size. I'm like, baby, you're not married to Chuck Norris here. She said, don't worry about it. If he gets out of the vehicle, I'll take care of it. You just sit there and do your nails. I seen my wife get punched in the face at a party by a guy once. I got up to be a man. She beat me to it. She took a hold of him. It was like a Rottweiler with a rabbit carcass. You ever seen a woman beat up a man? They'll change your worldview. She got done with him. I got up, went in the kitchen, made her a sandwich. There's a name for guys like me, victim. My dad told me when I was 11 years old, he said, son, you can acquire a taste for anything. He was talking about Pabst Blue Ribbon, but I applied it to women. Apparently I have a thing for bossy, assertive women. I'm not a victim, I just have a type. I'm serious, I've been walked on so much in relationships, it's a wonder I don't have a foot fetish. She's always bossing me around, telling me when to sit, stand, turn, breathe. Thinks she's got to tell me when I get off. Like I don't know the basics of motorcycle safety. And I know what people think when they see us together. Me riding on the back, arms around her waist, screaming. I got motion sickness, folks. It's a real thing, you know. I love her, though. There's days I'm so eager to please her, all I get out of it is a sore neck. You know what I'm talking about? Any of you fellas ever spent the whole day hanging drywall? All right. She told me she liked to be pampered, so I'm not one to kink shame. I went out and bought her diapers, whatever. Then she's like, now all we need's a baby. I'm like, whoa. I got nervous because I drank some of that contaminated water down in Camp Lejeune. All right, whatever, you know. Fortunately, we had a healthy baby girl, which is awesome. I love her, man. We took her home, and I tell you what, that delivery room ordeal, I don't know about her, but I was exhausted when it was done. It took forever, and I was hungry. I started having hallucinations. Somebody ordered pizza, and they're served, that's the placenta. I know I love my daughter, though. A couple weeks after we brought her home, I was changing her diaper, and she pooped on me. Bad. It looked like a Jackson Pollock painting, and he only had brown and green. I laughed. I did. My wife come in, heard me laughing. She saw me. She started laughing. Anybody else shit on me, I'd never speak to him again. I know I love my daughter. We bought a house together, which was nice. The realtor gave us a good deal on it because he said an old couple died in there, and my wife volunteered me to help bury him. Owning a house is nice. There's things I don't like about it, like my wife always wants me to kill spiders. And I don't like that because I'm actually a fan of spiders. I don't know what the big deal is. Think about it. They're quiet. They kill mosquitoes. They're very hygienic. Always in the bathtub, just waiting. You know? Hey, fella, can you help me out? I can't reach the knob. My crack's it. What we do, we kill them right there. My wife's like, because they're ugly and they bite you. So do chihuahuas, and you want one of them, don't you? I hate ugly dogs. Can I be honest with you? My wife's got one of them part Yorkie piece of Shih Tzu dogs. Always barking. I want to kick a field goal with it. I really do. I wouldn't kick a field goal, relax. It'd probably drift to the right. When we first met, she had one dog. It was a pit bull named Coda. And she told me, she said, now I need to warn you, my pit bull don't like other men. Like, all right, so at the time my hair was long, I was clean shaven, and I met Coda, and we were all buddy-buddy. I'm like, see, I'm cool, you know. A few weeks later, I got my hair cut really short. I showed up, and I heard him running, and he stopped. Man, I seen the look in his eye. You guys ever seen that movie, The Crying Game? About that guy who thinks he's falling in love with a woman, but it winds up being somebody with a wiener? That was the look in his eye. He was like, wait a minute, you got a wiener? I was like, yes, I do, buddy. We like each other. It's okay. We had to put him through therapy, and now he's on medication. Every month we get a box from Chewy. But it's great to holidays are a treat now. It's yeah, sometimes I'm 56. I could run for politics. My mind goes blank every once in a while. Holidays are great now, having a baby, you know. I didn't really care for much for it before because it's kind of a hassle, the whole gift buying. I think it's a racket. And women tell you what they want, but my God, there's so much filler. You got to be listening all the time. You ladies say, oh, we told you what we wanted. Yeah, but it's all the stuff around it. You constantly talk. My wife complains because I talk about football all the time. She's not going to be tested on anything I said. I'm 30 years older than her. I would like to think if she hears me stop talking, she'll come and check and make sure I'm still alive, you know? I don't pass on valuable information when I'm talking about stupid shit. You know, I don't like, yeah, Joe Montana was my favorite quarterback, even though he didn't play for the Chicago Bears. That was my favorite team. That was my favorite team before we got the Indianapolis Colts. I got prostate cancer. I'll never forget when he threw that pass to, Joe Montana threw that pass to, I don't communicate that way. Women, man, they throw stuff in, you don't even know it because you're drifting away thinking about stuff. You're like, did she say Aruba or Aruba? God damn it. Now I gotta buy a robot vacuum cleaner and a Caribbean vacation. Women, y'all suck at buying gifts. I'm tired of acting happy about it. It's the thought that counts. You didn't even think to take the Dollar Tree sticker off. Ooh, I'm tired of acting happy about it. Ooh, a coloring book. Are you serious? I'd rather got nothing because all I got was attitude. I ain't been seeing you coloring in that coloring book I got you. I thought it was a fucking gag gift. Oh, you got me an assignment for Christmas. Great. I had to go out and buy a box of crayons. Cost more than the coloring book. Spent an entire weekend making it look nice because I'm a perfectionist. I thought I was done. No. Since you like Lion King so much, I got you Finding Nemo's. Last summer, she got me edible underwear from a rummage sale. I think they were salmon flavored. I don't know, it was hot. She'd been wearing them all day. After sex, she had a cigarette. I had acid reflux. I'm not complaining. I'm glad I'm married, man. I suffer being single. I suffer from social anxiety. Actually, I should say I have social anxiety. Other people suffer. Talk to me after the show. I guarantee it'll be miserable for both of us. I get offered weed all the time. I'm not insensitive. I accept. I know it makes people feel good to give. Aren't you afraid weed's a gateway drug? I am not. I use MacBook. I can't believe you smoke weed. I didn't get these man boobs doing push-ups. Before I grew facial hair, I used to cause confusion. Yeah. The last couple years ago, somebody said they thought I was in the middle of transition when my hair was long. I was half pissed. I lost you? All right, we'll switch the subject. I actually accidentally dated a lesbian once, okay? That's how bad it is. I should say she accidentally dated me. Couldn't you tell? No, I just thought she got off deployment or something. I like long hair on a woman, but if I'm going to get laid, I can overlook a crew cut. We went back to her place. I got naked. She got pissed. Pleasant change from stifled laughter, I'll tell you that. Finally, she calmed down and said, well, since you're here, you can put on some of my ex's makeup while I lace on this strap on. I'm like, what? Oh, hell no, that's weird. I ain't putting on makeup. That's what I've always looked young. People always tell me I got a baby face. I don't know whether that's a compliment or a hint somebody needs to get a Kleenex and wipe my nose. Babies don't have the market corner on beauty, but folks, we've all seen our share of Rosemary's Babies. What the hell? Where'd that thing come from? Is there a Ouija board in this house? There was more than one portal open when this thing come into the world. A baby's face is the only feature you can attribute to a full-grown man and it not be tragic. Like, what's wrong with that guy? He's got a baby neck. Whatever you do, don't walk up and shake him. That's what. When I get nervous, worked up, I break out in a rash all over my body. You want to talk about social distancing? COVID-19 doesn't have shit on leprosy, folks. I take my shirt off to get in the pool, it's like somebody screamed shark. Neighbor lady flies out the back door, snatches up her 2 kids, which is fine by me. Those little inflatable pools aren't big enough for 3 people. I overheard 2 ladies talking about a weirdo at the park checking out girls. I got all nervous because, you know, I'm self-conscious and neurotic. And I ain't been to the park in 2 fucking years. Now, since I found that spot behind the bushes outside that aerobic studio, oh, they teach a women's self-defense class there. I like it. It's like playing with fire. I wish I was one of those guys who don't care what other people think of them, you know? Like, I was talking to a guy the other day, true story. I was looking him right in the eyeballs, and he started picking his nose. Wow, there's a stone cold warrior. I felt bad when I projectile vomited on him. Sorry, dude, didn't mean to outgross you. Now I seen another guy laughing and smiling. He had 1 tooth right here. Like, wow. If that had been me, I'd have had that tooth pulled, got dentures. Not him. You got to admire a fellow who has the courage to stick to his gums. People are always amazed I do stand-up comedy with my nervous issues, which it was rough in the beginning before I died inside. People always tell you, if you're going to do stand-up, get on stage and talk to an audience, what do they tell you to do? Imagine the audience is naked, right? That's bullshit. I found myself at a swingers party one time. I was doing research, and I found myself in the middle of an orgy. I was not cool. How the hell did the first orgy happen anyway? Was it planned? Was it spontaneous? Was it an accident like the old Reese Cup commercials? Hey, you got your peanut butter in my girlfriend. Who had the courage to even suggest the first orgy as a communal activity? I can't even tell my wife my sexual fantasies. I get all nervous, feel like a dude at the bank trying to get a loan with really bad credit. My wife asked me a while back what my sexual fantasy was. I screwed that up big time. I told her the first thing that come to my mind was, I want a deserted island with Jennifer Aniston, Reese Witherspoon, and we're naked. And she's like, what about me? I'm like, what? All right, you can come too. It's hot. You can bring us drinks. You can't make a woman happy, man. That just goes to show the difference between men and women when it comes to sexual fantasies. Like if my wife told me she had a fantasy of getting gangbanged by the LA Lakers, I would just assume in that scenario I had the evening free. I'd go visit a friend, I'd see a movie. I would not be lobbying for a position in the starting lineup. She don't want to see me lurking around that sausage forest. Hey, baby, am I up? All right, call me. You guys have been a lot of fun. Thank you very much.
Keep it up for Jeff McKinley, everybody.